Welcome back. All right, noisy night here. It is Diwali. That's the Diwali magnet that's on the board there. So a lot of firecrackers, a lot of fireworks tonight. It's noisy. So I'm just letting people know right off the hop. So I'll do my best to get through this. Hopefully, get this done one take here. No problem. It's been pretty noisy. Anyways, starting things off with Dallas and Minnesota. I feel bad for people with pets, especially dogs. It can really rattle dogs, that amount of noise. All right, so Ottinger versus Fleury in this one. Faxa can't bury one in the first minute. The Stars press. They draw a power play in that first minute, and they score in that first minute, which had to be an uh-oh for Minnesota fans. At 57 seconds, it's Pavelski burying a loose puck. Heiskanen and Robertson with the assists. So, burying a loose puck there to make it 1-0. The Wild look to respond, but 4 minutes in, the shots are 5-1 in favor of Dallas. We get a power play for the Wild. Boldy and Eriksson Ek both nearly score early on in that. Then we had a shorthanded rush by Sagan. And then on a turnover by Kaprizov, I don't know where he was throwing that puck, but he didn't throw it very fast or follow up on it. But Faksa takes it and scores at 9:48. And when the announcer said it was unassisted, I said out loud, oh, it was assisted. So the Stars finish the kill, but Minnesota gets on the board. It's Duhaime that scores for Minnesota to make it 2-1 at 10:38. However, 14 seconds later, Dallas scores again to make it 3-1. It's Duchesne from Marchment and Robertson at 10:52. The Wild nearly answer. Spurgeon fires one high in a rush. We get a fight between Smith and Dewar. 3:51 left. There's a power play for the Wild. That's killed off. Two guys named Smith got into fights tonight. I just realized that looking at the board. But at any rate, so the Wild get a power play. That's killed off, but at 19 minutes and 10 seconds. So final minute goal. It's Lettieri from Rossi and Brodin. So it's top shelf on a rush. And Lettieri, that's 2 goals for him already this season. So we're going to the second period with the score 3-2. And me thinking, so this is going to be a game with a lot of goals. Second period, early jump for Dallas. They end up drawing themselves a power play, and at 2:34, Johnston scores from Duchesne and Sagan. So all of a sudden, it is 4-2 in favor of Dallas. He wires that one from the slot. Johnston's having a very good run this year. Stars press at 5 minutes. There's a near miss for Johansson as the Wild press. Duhaime has a blast that's held. We then get a power play for Dallas, and they score on it. It is Dodonov burying one in close. Johnston and Lundqvist with the assists at 12:11. Stars go back to the power play. There's a shorthanded 2-on-1. Heiskanen blocks. We end up with 38 seconds of 4-on-4. And then when the Wild are on the power play, they score. It's Zuccarello posting in for him. Kaprizov and Boldy with the assists at 15:57. Duhaime then boards Harley. He's given 5 minutes and a game. And so Harley was bloodied when he got up, and I thought, it's probably going to be a major, and it was. So there was 3:15 left in the major to start the third period, and Dallas takes advantage. Jason Robertson from Heiskanen and Bennett 1 minute, and then it's Robertson again from Heiskanen and Hintz at 3:09. So there you go. Robertson with a couple of goals. Johnston with a goal tonight, and he would get another before the night's done. So Robertson, that second one for him was a blast from the point. It goes in the net. Stars get another power play. That's killed off. Then we had a power play from Minnesota. It becomes a 5-on-3 for 20 seconds. And then during the 5-on-4, there's a shorthanded goal. Johnston scores from Ben. That's at 17:57. The Stars then finish the kill. So the final score in this one, it is a no-mercy game. 8-3 in favor of Dallas. They go to 10-3-1 with the win. Minnesota 5-8-2. They've lost 3 in a row. So getting back to NHL 500, that's a distant memory at this point. Minnesota, it's been a rough go of it. Shots on net, 13-12 Dallas in the first, 12-9 Dallas in the second, 12-5 Dallas in the third. Final shots, 37-26 for the Stars. Power plays, Dallas goes 5 for 8. Keep in mind that each goal on that 5-minute power play meant it was a new power play getting started. Minnesota was 1 for 5, so lots of penalties in this game. Hits were 18-7 for Minnesota. Ottinger, 23 saves on 26 shots, and Fleury, rough night for Fleury, 29 saves on 37 shots. So yeah, Dallas wins this one big. Then we go to Vancouver and against Montreal. I wore Vancouver for the preview. It did not jinx them. It's almost as if the jersey I'm wearing has no actual bearing on who wins the game. So it's DeSmith versus Allen in this one. The Habs with good puck pressure early. Soucy fires one wide. The Habs clear. The Canucks then press. They're kept to the outside. 5 minutes into the game, Montreal has the only shot on net. Evans is denied from the slot. Miller steals one. Habs take it back during that play. Then there's a post for Pearson on a rush. Suter has a shot that's held. Caulfield to Harris. There's a near miss. The puck's cleared out. Hronek has a tip shot. That's saved. Harvey Pinard was denied. The Habs press. And the Habs press again with 3.5 minutes left. I thought Montreal had a really good first period, but it's scoreless after one. Second period. Near miss for Besser and close. Slavkovsky's then denied on a fast break. Kuzmenko fires a rebound wide. Myers has a shot that's saved as the Canucks press. The Habs press at 4.5 minutes. And then Garland opens the scoring. So he comes onto the ice. He tips one in on a rush. Miller and Hughes with the assists at 6:15. For Connor Garland, that's only his second goal of the year. Hopefully that gets him going. The Habs press for a response. Then Myers is denied on a rush. The Habs tie it, but there's an offside challenge, so goal comes back. Canucks have a 2-on-1 that misfires, and then Jake Allen was without his stick for a bit. You could see he was distracted. He really wanted to go and get that stick, and Mikheyev knew he did not have that stick, so he wires it from Kuzmenko at 9:18 to make it 2-0 for the Canucks. Canucks then get a power play. That's killed off. Mikheyev then has a rush chance. That's defended. There's a mask save on Caulfield by DeSmith, so mask's part of your equipment. It counts. Cole has a screenshot that's held, and then Joshua makes it 3-0. He scores from Garland and Hronek at 17:57. It was a great shift by that line, and it's a backhand top shelf by Joshua. So Garland with an assist to go with his goal. And after a very productive second period, it's 3-0 in favor of the Vancouver Canucks. Third period, early press by Vancouver. Garland has a shot that's held. Anderson has a fast break chance that's saved. We get a power play from Montreal. Caulfield is a one-timer that's held, and then it becomes a minute, or it becomes 48 seconds of 5-on-3. As the 5-on-3 is ended, Montreal scores. It's Matheson on a goal that is technically 5-on-4. Matheson scores that one from Monahan and Josh Anderson at 6:47. Josh Anderson just can't buy a goal, but he gets an assist tonight. Monahan's denied. The Habs press. Then there's a power play for the Canucks. Besser's denied in close. That's killed off. Barron then has a shot that's held. Suzuki fires one wide from in close. Habs press with 4 minutes left. The goalie pull takes place with 2 minutes left, and Vancouver hits the empty net. It's Besser from Joshua and Myers at 18:30. Montreal would answer, though. Jack-Eye posting in from Harris and Allen at 19:11. So Jake Allen with an assist. He had a good game. So they pull the goalie again, because why not? But they're down by 2, and then they'd be down by 3. At 19:42, it's DiGiuseppe. He gets the pass from Miller, who got the pass from Besser. Any of the three could have hit the empty net. DiGiuseppe gets the goal. So Vancouver wins 5-2 in Montreal. They go to 11-3-1. Nice bounce back after the loss against Toronto. Montreal drops to 7-6-2 with the loss. The shots on net, 9-8 Montreal in the first, 14-8 Vancouver in the second. The third was a sloppy affair, 17-14 for Montreal. Final shots, 36-34 for the Canucks. Power plays Vancouver 0-2, Montreal 1-2. The hits, 14-13 for Vancouver. DeSmith saves 32 out of 34. Allen saves 31 out of 34. So both goalies were solid. And again, I mean, it's better than being gaseous. But yeah, Allen, I thought, had a really good game. Just Vancouver had too many opportunities. All right, next up, Columbus and the New York Rangers. Columbus almost this close. Columbus just doesn't have any luck at this point. So it's Merzlikins versus Quick. Kreider has a near miss on a 2-on-1 early on. Miller fires one high. The Jackets rush the other way. There's some pushing on a hold by Jonathan Quick. The shots on net are 2 apiece 5 minutes into the period. Marchenko can't bury one in close on a rush. The Rangers press at 7 minutes. We get a power play, or the shots are 5-4 for Columbus with 8.5 minutes left. Then we get a power play for Columbus. A shorthanded rush by Schneider ends up finishing that off, just the one shot for Columbus on the power play. But Danforth does open the scoring for Columbus at 16:26 from Goodbranson and Werenski. The Rangers would answer, though. On a rush chance of their own, Kreider buries one. Gustafsson and Wheeler with the assists at 18:46. So Blake Wheeler with a helper tonight. And then things get pushy on a hold by Quick. So after the first period, it's 1-1. Second period, shots are 4-0 for Columbus at 3 minutes. Fantilli has a shot that's kicked aside. The Jackets press at 4 minutes. Things get punchy on a hold by Jonathan Quick. We end up with 4-on-4 out of that. Shots are 10-1 for Columbus 6.5 minutes in. They dominated this period of hockey. Trocheck fires one wide on a rush. Then we get a power play for the Rangers. That's killed off. They had some shots, though. And then Lafreniere puts the Rangers ahead. He scores from Trocheck and Panarin at 11:17. It's cross ice pass and buried. Lafreniere has started scoring points, so those people who wrote him off as a bust might want to look at stat sheets right now. But Fantilli would answer at 12:35. It's a turnover. Voronkov gets it to Fantilli. He wires it far side, so that ties the game. And then Corrali buries a rebound at 12:54 from Texier and Goodbranson. Then there's a play where Cooley says, hey, I scored. And Elvis says, no, I didn't. And Elvis basically, no, I had the puck against my skate right there on the goal line. The review eventually, and it took a while for it to be decided, but the review showed that the puck did not completely cross the line until after the whistle. If you're a Rangers fan, you will not agree with me. You will not agree with the NHL, and that's just part and parcel of the play. Because I know they showed on the MSG on the big screen, they showed the puck in the net, so fans weren't happy with that decision. Laviolette wasn't happy with that decision. But yeah, then Roslovic gets robbed on a 3-on-1 because, of course, with the Rangers getting that goal, the concern then would be when that comes off, what if Columbus scores again? But at any rate, it is 3-2 Columbus after 2. Third period. Corrali boards Lindgren. So Bonino comes in and lets him know that's not cool and throws some punches. We end up with a power play for the Rangers. It's just a 2-minute call on Corrali, so he gets the board and he gets the roughing call, whereas Bonino gets a 2-minute for roughing. Then we have 1 minute and 9 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Rangers. Early clear by Columbus. Zibanejad fires one wide. If I'd put every time on the board Zibanejad fired one wide, I'd be, that's basically what the notes would be. So there's another clear. Everything's killed off. The shots on net are 5-0 Rangers at this point. Gustafsson couldn't bury one on a break. The Rangers, just at this point, they're not hitting the net. It's this odd thing where they're just not hitting the net. Even though they end up with 40 shots tonight, it could have been 60. So Mika fires one wide during the 6-on-5 with 59.1 seconds left. The Rangers call a timeout, and it works. Lafreniere scores at 19:49 from Panarin and Kreider. So Lafreniere with the second goal of the game, and that ties it up. Bunch of high fives and happy Rangers all around. We're going to overtime. Columbus 1-3 in overtime. The Rangers 2-1. Those records stay intact. Trocheck has a shot that's saved. The Rangers steal from Laine and set up, and there were so many rush chances. Like Gustafsson had a near miss on a break, and then it's just rush after rush after rush. So I just put rushes for both teams. Everybody, it was exciting and great, and we go to a shootout. In the shootout, Lafreniere, it doesn't count as a hat trick because it doesn't count as a goal on his record, but yeah, he gets the winner in the shootout. So the Rangers win 4-3. They go to 11-2-1. For Columbus, it's another loss. It's a shootout loss, but still, they're 4-7-4 on the season. They've won 4 out of 15 games. Shots on net, and yet every power rankings, I will always see a comment, Columbus is too low. You do you. All right, shots on net, 7 apiece in the first, 16-15 Columbus in the second, and then 17-3 Rangers in the third. And again, I'm talking about how many shots missed the net. 17 hit the net. They had so many opportunities. In the overtime, Columbus outshoots them 3-1. Final shots 49-20 for Colorado. Where'd that come from? For the Rangers, power plays, Columbus 0-1, the Rangers 0-3. The hits 18-11 for the Rangers. Merzlikins saves 37 out of 40, and Quick saved 26 out of 29. But exciting night. All right, next up, San Jose and Anaheim. So last year and in previous seasons, San Jose and Anaheim, when they play each other, I know I'm probably going to get a game that's boring to watch. I know they're going to be really close. I know they're probably going to go to overtime or a shootout. Things have changed in Southern California. I don't know when this game happens in San Jose if we're going to see a game where it goes to overtime or a shootout, but tonight in Anaheim, they weren't messing around. So it's Blackwood versus Gibson. Early jump for the Sharks. The shots are only 1 apiece, 3 minutes in. It wouldn't stay that way. There's a net feed to Leeson, near miss there, and then Vetrano, who's red hot to start the year. Strome and Lyubushkin with the assists at 4:49. The Ducks then look for another. There's a press by Anaheim at 7.5 minutes. Burroughs has a shot that saved the rebounds cleared, and then Cunnin bats one out of the air into the net to tie the game from Hurdle and Eklund at 13:05. So San Jose's starting to get some scoring from some guys that you'd want to see scoring if you're a Sharks fan. Things get punchy in a hole by Blackwood with 2:54 left. The Ducks get a power play. They had their share of power plays tonight, and they score on this one. It's Vetrano with a second of the period. Fowler and Silverberg with the assists at 18:22. Hurdle's then denied on a 2-on-1, and you just got this feeling like, they really can't lose to San Jose. Like at the start of this, I thought, if they lose against San Jose, I might have to reconsider the whole Anaheim's turning the corner and they're going to be competitive. So it's 2-1 Anaheim after one. Second period. Ducks press at a minute and a half. There's a post for Terry. The Sharks clear. Shots are 3-2 Ducks at 3.5 minutes. The Ducks then press at 5.5 minutes. Killorn has a slot shot that saved. The Ducks draw a power play. On that play, we end up with Cunnin fighting Jones. So there you go. Max Jones and Luke Cunnin going at it. So power play's killed off. We then get a power play for the Sharks after that. Eklund has a shot that's held. It becomes 30 seconds of 4-on-4. We are into a penalty parade at this stage. Shorthanded rush by Granlund. He's denied. Everything's killed off. 3:52 left. The Sharks go back to the power play. Eklund has a shot that's blocked. They cycle. It's killed off. And then the Ducks press at the other end. McTavish with a buzzer beater. That gets saved. And then we have punching at the horn. Because why not? It's Diwali. Third period. 2 minutes of 4-on-4 to start because there was punching at the horn. Power play for the Ducks at 1:01, meaning it's a 4-on-3. And they score during that 4-on-3 power play. It's McTavish from Carlson and Minchukov at 1:52. A trio of names that if you're a Ducks fan, you've got to be excited about what these guys are going to do into the future, right? So good cycle. It's tipped in close. And then at 2:41, Gudas. It's a floater. I guess it was a 29-mile-an-hour shot, but it goes up. And it's just a case where Blackwood had no idea where the puck was. It comes down on an angle where it goes under the bar and over his head into the net. He had no idea. He didn't see it. It's one of those trick shots. It's like in the game Stanley Cup. I used to be able to do that from the blue line. You just angle it over the goalie and into the net. So Gudas from Strome and Vetrano at 2:41. I am old. Thanks for asking. So that makes it 4-1. And for Radko Gudas, his second goal of the year, he has the most goals for anybody named Gudas in the NHL. So Smith then had a fight with Carrick. So this is Giovanni Smith. That was Craig Smith in that game. Not the same Smith teleporting to another game to have a fight. As much as I would enjoy that, though, to be honest. So the Ducks get a power play. The extra penalties given to Smith on this one. Sharks press, they're kept to the outside. That one's killed off, and then the Sharks press after it's done. They're kept to the outside. Shots are 6-3 for the Ducks at the half. I never really got the feeling there was any danger that San Jose was going to make this one close. Gru's denied in close. Labushkin fires one wide. The Ducks get some pressure. Jones is denied. The puck rolls wide. It went under the arm and then threw it from the side of the net, not into the net. Cunnin's then denied on a breakaway to close things out. Your final score is 4-1. Anaheim goes to 8-6. They stop their 2-game losing streak. And San Jose drops to 2-12-1. So, yeah, this has been a rough year for Anaheim already, and we're only 15 games in. Shots on net, 14-8 Anaheim in the first, 18-12 Anaheim in the second, 12-6 Anaheim in the third. Final shots, 44-26 for the Ducks. A huge indicator this team's getting better is the fact their shots against have gone down, as is their goals against. That's how that works. Power play, San Jose 0 for 2, Anaheim 2 for 5. The hits, 19-15 San Jose. Blackwood saves 40 out of 44. Gibson saves 25 out of 26. So as long as I survive the barrage that's going on in my neighborhood tonight, I'll be up tomorrow so we can talk about more hockey then. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video or just because you feel like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.